6'7" you get with Fleming and Hatterley. Well, he's going to have at least a 3-inch advantage inside.
But we'll see Justin Randall tipping it up for the Pioneers, and it'll be back to Andrews as the Pioneers control the tip. Ravens will come out man-to-man. Randall on top, around back to Andrews. Nelson off a couple screens, corner Welty. Pass tipped by A.J. Goss. They're going to go over and back. As Andrews looked like his back foot might have slid over the line when he had possession.
I say maybe rightfully so. He had an argument there. If he would have established possession on the other side of the floor, but he kind of straddled that half-court line.
They're going to put Andrews on Yates. O'Connor in the corner. Ball fake back out, Cutney. Cutney spots up for three. That one's off the mark. Tipped out by Jonathan into the hands of Andrews. Breakaway for Jamison. Foul by Cutney in the bucket for Justin Jamison.
And Adams going to have quite the test tonight, and probably his biggest test of the year. Going against the bigger Jamison. Cutney listed at 6'6". Jamison, the 4-inch advantage on him. He's going to have himself quite a test tonight. We'll see if the sophomore forward stands up to it.
Jamison rattles home the free throw to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Pioneers on the board first. Up top around to Yates. Good look by Yates into Cutney. A lot of contact, no foul. Rebound Jamison. Andrews up top. Randall back around to Andrews. Good ball movement here from the Pioneers. 10 to shoot. Randall, mid-range jumper. Offensive rebound by Welty.
Cutney almost got in there, got the hand tangled up with Welty.
Randall, another mid-range jumper off the mark. If you're the Ravens, that right there is a good sign. Justin Randall misses a couple mid-range jumpers.
He was on fire that first time out, as was the entire MNU team, as Yates misses his first shooting.
Quickly ahead, Nelson. Almost traveled with it. Back around to Andrews. Jamison inside. Good body control to get that layup to go. That's 5 early on for Justin Jamison.
And he's really going to be the difference maker so far tonight. He's got the first 5, and he's really eating inside the paint right now.
They're playing way off of Goss. Goes right at Randall, around Shaunath. Goss stripped, got it back. Yates drive, floater in the middle lane, gets it to go.
That's the beautiful thing about Yates' game. Not only can he shoot from outside, he can shoot from the mid-range jumper, he can shoot off the dribble, and of course, cutting through the lane.
Welty with it near side. Andrews drives, draws the foul. They're going to get it on A.J. Goss. They're going to get that one on the floor, though, as Christian Hatterley checks in for the first time to replace Adam Cutney.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame, the shot tracker and a key motion being used in a real game for the first time ever tonight, as players wearing the white sensors on top of the shoes and a sensor inside of a special shot tracker Spalding basketball. So some NBA execs in the house tonight to see if this thing, what it does, they could use it even at the next level.
Call a foul on MNU after the jumper made by Justin Randall. They're going to get the foul on Andrews. That's his first team foul on MNU. Goss to throw it in. He'll get it into O'Connor.
I think he's one guy that needs to get going tonight. Be quiet the last couple of games.
Yates with it on the wing. Jamison drops off Yates. Spin move, floater, middle lane, off the mark. Rebound, Shaunath goes up, no good. Jamison pulls down. 3-on-2 break for MNU. Good move by Welty, and the left-hand layup is good. 9-2 lead for MNU.
9-2. I think if you don't get a bucket on this possession and MNU turns around and gets any kind of points, I think if you're Coach Mooney, you got to take a timeout.
Slow start offensively for the Ravens. Yates, another floater, got that.
And that's just what Yates brings to the table. You have to respect all 3-4 assets of the game. That's just the kind of player he is. He's got all 4.
Welty far side. They're going to get a foul on Shawnoff.
Jake just trying to work through the screen there. A little too much contact trying to work through.
Checking in for MNU, Cody Ostertag, Jonathan Green, and Gabriel Jordan. In for the Ravens, Connor Fleming, and he'll replace A.J. Goss.
Good to see Fleming back finally to full health.
Jordan with it, drives, taken away by Yates. Yates, left-hand layup off glass and good for Andre Yates. It'll be Jordan with it.
Now, this is where you got to take advantage with Jamison off the floor, especially inside.
Green, left-handed jumper on the way and good. Excuse me, that's Jordan.
Jordan averaging 10 points off the bench, 78% shooter from the field so far in the year.
Connor gets it inside to Shawnoff. Backs down Green, left-hand hook shot, good for Jake. Quickly ahead to Green. Andrews inside to Ostertag. Right-hand hook shot, good for Cody Ostertag.
Yeah, nice little move there with the right hand.
Yates, deep three, off the mark. Jump ball called as right as Hatterley pulled the ball away from Randall, but the ball will stay with the Ravens.
Maybe a little bit of a quick whistle there. Both were still kind of fighting for possession. Fresh 30 to work with, though. I mean, you worked out with the possession arrow.
O'Connor gets it into Shawnoff. Shawnoff with the three. Another minute for Jake Shawnoff.
I believe they say hand down, man down. Shawnoff brings the Ravens within 2.
Ostertag, long jumper, good. Quick 4 off the bench for Cody Ostertag.
He averages a quiet 3 points a game himself.
Yates into the lane, fade away. Front of the rim, offensive rebound to Hatterley. Now inside Fleming, he got bumped by Randall.
Oh, they can find a way to get MNU in foul trouble.
Checking in for MNU, number 5, Camden Chrisman, and back in Justin Jamison and Hudson Welty. In for the first time for the Ravens, number 1, C.J. Vallejo.
A little bit of a short bench tonight for MNU. A lot of guys that have only played, a handful of minutes per year.
Yates drives lane, kicks to Fleming. Hatterley for 3. Why not? 3 for the big man, Hatterley.
Bang, bang, bang for the big fella.
Jamison back on the other end. Can't get that one to go, but he'll head to the line for 2.
Now Hadley stepping out. Hadn't made a three-pointer all year. How about some confidence from the big fella?
So Jamison will step to the line, already 1 for 1 tonight. A 55% free throw shooter on the season.
For Hatterley, that'll be his first foul, 4th team foul so far as Jamison rattles out the first. You got to love what you've seen so far. I mean, you got off to a slow start, no question. Yates with 6, Shawnoff with 5, and you got Hatterley knocking down a shot like that. Going to turn into an interesting evening.
Jamison makes 1 and 2 to push the Pioneer lead back to 2. So Fleming bringing it up the floor. He'll give to Yates. High ball screen. That one Out of bounds off of Chrisman. Will stay with the Ravens, 16 to shoot.
They're trying to feed Hatterley underneath, just threw it behind him, but it's going to end up paying off. 16 on the clock.
Jonathan to Yates. Yates gets the ball screen. Guarded by Green. Yates, quick step, left-hand layup, good. Points for Andre Yates.
And knotted up at 16. Completely different basketball game since the first time these two teams played.
Green, jumper, try to draw contact. Refs weren't having any of it. Fleming with the ball. Yates, jumper. Little long, Jordan. We're going to say jump ball called as Yates came up behind, I think it was Jordan, and grabbed the ball.
Jump ball call, possession stays with your Ravens.
Eustace Norvalis and Thomas O'Connor checking in.
Number 20, Thomas O'Connor.
And for the Pioneers, it'll be David Nelson and Justin Randall.
What a fantastic job by Andre on the back end to make a defensive play to tie it up. MNU keeps possession with 25 to shoot.
Chrisman drive. They're going to say he walked with it. Third turnover by MNU.
And we talked about it in the pregame. This defense has been so solid in the last 9-10 wins that the Ravens had of holding their opponents to under 65 points a game. And this is an MNU team that averages about 75, 76 points a game. So we'll see how the defense stands up.
Offensive rebound, so get it back out to Fleming drives on Welty. Knocked out of bounds by Chrisman. It'll stay with the Ravens. 18 on the shot clock. Andrews checks back in.
Back on for the Pioneers, number 15.
And it'll be Chrisman to take a seat.
12:21 remaining in the first. 18 to shoot.
Inside to Hatterley. Fleming, pull-up J, got it.
A very good job of overcoming the slow start. Chip away, chip away. Ravens take an 18-16 lead.
Jamison with it, he'll back down Hatterley. Turnaround jumper off the mark. Rebound to Norvalis.
Those are the kind of shots you got to force Jamison into. The ones outside the paint going away from the basket.
O'Connor fouled by Andrews, and that's a big one. That'll be 2 on Peyton Andrews. Andrews leads the Heart of America in assists, averaging right around 6.2 assists a game. I'm going to say that was in the act of shooting, so O'Connor will shoot 2. First one rattles home for Thomas O'Connor. 78% free throw shooter on the year. Cutney checks back in. Hatterley will take a seat. O'Connor makes both. Ravens with their biggest lead up to 4.
I like what MNU's doing with their bigs in Jamison and Randall. They're starting them at the free throw line, especially with Randall, the way he can shoot. And kind of clearing out as Jamison picks up the N1, and Moody's hot, and he's going to get a T. Oh, Moody's Chili's running hot right now. He just picked up a T. He is hot.
And Ryan just asked, what was that for?
Yeah, you know, and Moody's not the kind of guy to do this in the middle of the court, but unless he says one of those, magic words, that was a really quick tee early in the game.
And Ryan, I think Moody knows his limits very, very well. So they're going to give Andrews the free throw, and then Jamison will go back to the line after this and shoot the free throw for the foul on Cutney, and that'll be 2 on, no, that's just 1 on Cutney.
That was a really, really quick trigger.
I didn't see which ref got the technical.
That guy on the far side.
He'll get 2. This is going to be a 3-point swing if Jamison makes the free throw. Actually, it'll be a 5-point swing considering the bucket as well.
Really is actually kind of shocking. You're 7.5 minutes into a pretty high emotion game so far. The only thing I can think of is Moody came so far onto the court.
That might have been what it was.
But I've seen Moody come all the way to the paint. I've seen him call a timeout just to walk out into the midcourt to talk to a referee.
Now you wonder how careful he's got to be the rest of the game.
Well, you take the 5-point swing, MNU with a 21-20 lead.
Vallejo, far corner, back out to O'Connor, 10 to shoot. Ball screen from Norvalis. O'Connor drive. They're going to say he was fouled by Randall, and there's another big one. That's 2 on Justin. No, they got it on Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson had the body before Randall came away with a block.
Randall looked like he had it clean up top. Randall leads the NAI in blocks per game at 2.81. So O'Connor back to the line.
It's the 14th foul on the Pioneers here in the first half.
Free throw is good. Chrisman back on, and Dante Scroggins, a freshman from Sedalia, Missouri, who has not appeared in a game all year until right now.
Yeah, like I said, short bench. Well, you want your guys to get rest. This Raven offense is quick. It might not look like it by the way they play. They're kind of a half-court set offense. They do like to run every once in a while, but they are quick. Their first 1-2 steps are quick.
Randall out top, swung back around to Chrisman. Jamison, mid-range jumper comes up short, rebound to O'Connor.
You give Jamison a shot like that all day long.
O'Connor goes all the way to the bucket, swatted by Jamison. Nelson. Now Scroggins taken away by Sean, and they're going to get a foul on Scroggins.
Scroggins just to fret you, he'll learn. He'll learn. Jake came away with that ball pretty clean, and he tried to reach around the back. Oh, big crowd tonight. Hall of Fame head coach Larry Wilcox in the house. Good to see Coach in the offseason.
They just signing day yesterday. Cutney inside. Back out O'Connor. Yates. He'll drive. Up and under it. Good for Andre.
Oh, stop it. 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 The body control underneath, and now he picks up a steal. Are you kidding me?
Yates ahead. What a play by Randall playing field.
The body control underneath.
Nelson, three-pointers long. They're going to get the foul on Jamison, it looks like. The first on Jamison. That's a sixth team foul for the Pioneers. So the Ravens will be shooting free throws from here on out.
Yeah, let's get a 30 real quick. Let's rewind. That body control underneath and the English off the glass. Are you kidding me?
10 already for Andre Yates. You said he was going to have a big game. He's on his way to one tonight. Yates, he'll drive. Left hand off the mark. Rebound by Jamison. And Yates tried to take that one away. And
well, for Yates only his first. But now in the same boat are the Ravens as they pick up their sixth team foul.
I think you expect a game like this to be tightly called.
Now, after the way these first two teams play, this is a completely different ball game. That first game was a little slower paced, and it was all MNU in the first half, shooting 50%.
Double down on Jamison. Jamison goes at Cutney. What a play by the big man, Jamison.
A fantastic move inside the paint with the right hand. And if you're Cutney, there's nothing else you can do. There is nothing you can do about that.
Yates hands off to O'Connor.
So it's the top, it's not Scroggins, it's the other 35 that's inactive. Okay. So Scroggins is actually active. That's the 35 that's out there now. The other 35 was the one that was scratched.
They're going to get a foul here on the Pioneers, and if this is Randall, it's 2. And they got it on Justin Randall. That's 2 fouls. Green and Jordan back in for the Pioneers.
Well, Randall's going to stay on the floor, and
I think you're going to see Welty coming. Welty's checking in for Jamison. He's going to leave Andrews and Randall on the floor with 2 fouls. That is a heck of a gamble, but I don't think you question a Hall of Fame coach.
no, absolutely not. But I mean, on the flip side, Rocky Lamar knows exactly what he's doing, and he's got a court. We were talking about the court's named after him. Dude does a fantastic job. But if you're on the flip side, on the other end of the bench, and you're head coach Ryan Moody, you kind of change it up. You tell Andre and Thomas and Jake, go after Randall, go after Andrews, try and get him that 3rd foul.
Fleming makes both free throws. He's got 4, Ravens up 3. Green with it. Give back out to Andrews, and they'll set up the offense. Ravens going zone. Green drives up, under, and good for Jonathan Green.
Patience, good patience. Good patience by the junior.
Jonathan up top, he'll give to O'Connor. And they go right inside.
An off-ball foul listed on Jake. He picks up his second 17th foul. He's trying to work around Jordan. Off ball and ended up getting a hand wrapped around the waist and kind of turned him as he was trying to work around him. He'll sit. CJ Vallejo checks in. 8-10 play.
Ravens stay in the 2-3 zone. Green back out. Andrews swung around. Gabriel Jordan for 3. Off the mark. Rebound to Hatterley. Vallejo. Fleming inside against Welty. Back out Yates. Yates drive. Left hand. No good. And a lot of contact. Randall, mid-range jumper. That's his bread and butter. 4 points for Justin Randall.
Nice pass by Jordan. Fed it through a real tight window there, and yeah, we saw Randall do that a ton in that first game. The jumpers from the free throw line in, kid's money.
Likes playing against the Ravens, too. Averages 15. Good job by Hatterley, and he gets the and 1, and that's 3 on Justin Randall.
That's exactly what you have to do when you got a guy in foul trouble this early, and now Rocky Lamar's hot at the referee.
And they're going to get Jamison up on the bench, off the bench. So Randall comes off, and you wonder how long Rocky Lamar is going to sit Justin Randall. You got to figure it's at least the rest of this half and probably the first 5 to 10 minutes to start, at least the first 5 minutes of the second.
You put a guy in Randall in, and he fouls out. You put a guy in Randall back in, and he picks up a 4th foul either late in the first or early in the second, and he ends up fouling out. That's a very, very big puzzle piece that you're going to lose on the offensive end and even on the defensive end if you're MNU.
Yeah, averaging almost 3 blocks a game. Skip pass to Jordan. Inside Jamison.
I love it. Double teamed right away. Vallejo comes down to help.
Good job by Hatterley. Cut off the baseline 3. Andrews misses everything.
That's a basketball crowd. We have not seen that in a long time. fantastic job. Benedict College President Stephen Minnis even sent out an email to every student this morning asking them to come out and show out tonight, and they did.
Inside, Jonathan Green with a breakaway, and he's going to throw that one down. Jonathan Green.
Green puts the exclamation point on the bucket that puts the Pioneers back up by 1, 29-28.
Connor picks up the dribble. Vallejo in the corner inside Hatterley. Skips out. Yates open three. Off the mark. Hatterley tips it. Saved by Gabriel Jordan. Andrews bringing it up. 5:45 to go. Jamison inside. Triple teamed. Swung around Andrews. He'll drive. Good body control by Andrews. Off glass, no good. Rebound Jamison. Hook shot, no good. Rebound Vallejo.
Really good defense. He gave up the offensive board. You want to cut those out as much as you can, but still really good defense, especially on Jamison.
Good look by Yates, and they're going to get a foul on Jamison. If they get they're going to actually, no, they're going to get it on Gabriel Jordan. That really looked like it was on Jamison. And
Jordan put his hand up, and Rocky Lamar was in the ear of the official as they came together to make that call.
Hatterley makes the first, and he's even up at 29.
That would have been big. If Jamison would have picked up his second, you already got Randall with 3.
So we're going to see Grant Lom on for the first time. And A.J. Goss back here for the first time since probably the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, Lom, the redshirt freshman at Columbus, Nebraska, he's only played in 7 games. He's averaging 5.4 minutes in those 7 games.
One of those guys who can come off the bench and definitely get a spark from behind the arc.
You know, you have 5 minutes left in the first. In a tightly contested game so far, you find any way you can to give your team the extra edge, even if it's on the emotional side. And Lom's the kind of guy that can knock down a big bucket that can get the bench going as well.
Welty up top, around Andrews, 7 to shoot. Nelson comes off the screen, missed, rebound Goss.
That's a really good look if you're the Pioneers. If you can get a couple more of those tonight, Rocky Lamar is going to be happy about that.
Cutney doubled inside. Now O'Connor, 15 to shoot. He'll drive. O'Connor, pull-up jumper, got it. 6 points for O'Connor, his first bucket from the field. Nelson gets open in transition and nails it. And timeout by Rocky Lamar. We're all square at 32